TikTok CEO met with US President elect Donald Trump as the company fights to avoid a ban in the US. TikTok requested a modest delay in the enforcement of the ban for a Supreme Court review and to allow the incoming administration to evaluate this matter. A federal appeals court rejected TikTok's bid to overturn the ban, stating it was the combination of extensive bipartisan action by the Congress and by successive presidents. Trump mentioned his administration would take a look at TikTok during press conference. He sure has changed his tune, especially considering he's relied quite strongly, quite heavily on his TikTok presence, especially during the election time. So let's go to a story with high factuality. Let's go for this one right here. If you are new to my channel, you are more than welcome to subscribe. So let's go to this then. So unfortunately, Serena always picks a story that's not in English. Why does she do this? So we'll go to another one because we need a high factuality piece. This one leans left though, so my bad. So let's go to Variety. Of course it does. So here we go. Ted, this is a piece about how Donald Trump has hosted many at his place, his home in Mar-a-Lago. It's talking about the CEO of Netflix. He's really meeting everyone. Zuckerberg visited in late November. We want the P TikTok. Crowd use, why did you give me that story when it has nothing to do with the TikTok CEO? What are your thoughts on TikTok anyway, while I quickly grab the story for us? What are your thoughts? Are you a fan of TikTok? No? Didn't think so. I have a feeling that most of my subscribers aren't big TikTok fans. Trump meets TikTok CEO as ban of deadline looms. So this was only just reported 4 hours ago. This is on the BBC. Gosh, I wish I'd found you earlier. I'm such a fan of you. So Trump met with Xu Zichu at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Just on Monday, the BBC's US partner CBS News reported, citing sources familiar with the meeting. A law passed earlier this year means TikTok will be banned unless it is sold by its Chinese parent company, ByteDance, before 19th Jan. The company has made an emergency application to the US Supreme Court to have the ban delayed. The US wants TikTok sold or banned because of links between ByteDance and the Chinese state, links that both TikTok and ByteDance have always denied. Have you seen that piece where the CEO is being questioned in some kind of a hearing? And he's like, I live in Singapore, bro. I think that's what he said. What, he didn't add the bro bit. The bill introducing the law said it was intended to protect the national security of the United States from the threat posed by foreign adversary. You know, when you say a word over and over again, adversary controlled applications. Trump opposes the ban despite supporting one during his first term, partly on the grounds that it could help Facebook, which he is accused of aiding his 2020 election loss. Such big changes now in the positions of these platforms. Zuckerberg being one notable one. So Trump's second term, however, won't begin until he's inaugurated on the 20th of January, the day after the deadline set out in the law. In its filing to the Supreme Court submitted on Monday, TikTok asked for a modest delay. It described TikTok as one of the most significant speech platforms in the US and said that the ban would do immediate reparable harm to the company and its users. Early this month, the company's bid to have the ban overturned was rejected by the Federal Appeals Court, which found that the law was a combination of extensive bipartisan action by the Congress and by successive presidents. At a press conference on Monday, Trump said his administration would take a look at TikTok. I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points, he said. There are those that say that TikTok has something to do with that. TikTok had an impact. A majority of 18 to 29-year-olds backed Trump's Democratic opponent, Kamala Harris, in November, but the vote did see a significant swing towards Trump among young voters since the 2020 election. Okay, So Trump only joined in June, but has gained millions of followers on the platform over the course of his campaign. What do you think he should do? Do you feel that TikTok should continue to have access to all of your brains and your minds? If it's not TikTok, it's going to be something else. So, better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I would very much welcome your thoughts. What is the deal on Zuckerberg? Bro has done a leap of some ideological faith, something where now bro understands where the money flows. I don't know. I guess I'm rhyming out of timing. That's really bad. Why do people always do that? It's so sad. Why rhyme with time, you know? So bro is definitely understanding where bro needs to be sitting. I'm talking about Zuckerberg, where bro needs to be sitting in terms of the political spectrum, where the power lies. Um, here's a question to you, and I'd love to hear from you. Do you feel that this really is a change in power? Um, w- since you've got all the sort of deep state theories. If those are factual, then why is there any significant change if it's the same puppeteers behind the scenes? So if there is a change, even though that sort of dynamic, that entity exists, how is it possible that there's a change? I'd love to hear from you. This is probably something that has been eluding me. It's been making me quite it's giving me quite the dilemma and a little bit confusing. So I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next one.